In the late 1930s, the New Zealand government imposed an import licensing schedule in an attempt to boost the economy and onshore manufacturing. As the years passed and new musical genres evolved, these restrictions stifled musical artists in Aotearoa who wanted to hop on the new rock and roll train. Getting imported guitar amplifiers and guitars was extremely complicated and expensive. Brands like Fender, Marshall, Gibson, and Ampeg were simply unattainable for the teenagers who wanted to make people move by turning up the volume. In the late 1950s, musicians relied on converted radio amplifiers or imported pre-war gear unsuited to the electric guitar, but it was better than the alternative of nothing at all. The need was there, and New Zealanders rose to the challenge. In 1957, a young jazz pianist and radio tech named Benny Gunn moved to Auckland in a sports car he had built himself out of plywood. In a basement on Symonds Street, he began experimenting with building amplifiers using whatever components he could source under the strict tariff laws. These restrictions didn't limit his options, they drove his innovation, even to the point of beating Fender to the punch by years introducing tone controls and tremolo to a single-ended 5-watt amplifier. These early efforts sent out ripples that created an entire homegrown amplification industry. The incredible variety of local designs would go on to power everyone from Split Enz and Dragon, to the garage rock revival of the D4, to a little band from across the ditch known as AC/DC. Join us in this multi-part online documentary where we'll share this love for music and loudness that turned up the volume then and still shapes our sound today. What's your go-to rig when you go and play out?
Jansen.
And I had an old rocket amp years ago, and I took it from a combo and made it into a head, and that thing was amazing. One of the best guitar sounds I've ever had.
From the builders and players of yore to the creators of today.
Yeah, man. Our bass player's got a 1974, I think it's a Jansen head.
Nice.
And he uses it as his bass rig.
My first guitar amplifier was a Gun 50, and eventually the poor old Gun 50 expired in a heap of green flame.
We'll interview those who know the stories and live the history of getting loud, somewhere in the south of Oceania.